sometimes I look at it as sort of like boxing or UFC fighter, where you have, the sort of problem where you have different people who compete and they've gone head to head. And BA2 has gone head to head with BA1 in a country and defeated it in that country. And so, all things being equal, you would anticipate that it could be the champ. We don't anticipate it to be, or we haven't seen any data to suggest it's worse from a hospitalization standpoint. What we know is it's increasing in frequency, right? So it has a little bit of a transmissibility edge over BA1. We need to see if this is something that will actually move. It's actually kind of ironic to talk about another variant at a time we're still at peak BA1, right? Like, I think sometimes we get a little focused on the new thing, as opposed to like, hey, like, we're still going through that part where over half of us probably get infected with BA1. So what we're seeing, from a laboratory standpoint, is we're seeing, still very high levels of case counts. So we're able to do somewhere about 14,000 tests a day, and we're still seeing 30 to 35% of people testing positive. When we look at that from a site-specific basis, we are seeing case counts decrease, case percentages, positivity, as well as number of people presenting from testing, right? Which, when you sort of like max signaled out, like, that's actually one way to tell, is there's a few or less people presenting for testing at a certain site. Then we're seeing some of that in Western Washington. So we think that, might have actually peaked some parts in Western Washington.